أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. It gives me great pleasure to have an esteemed reciter and a good friend of mine, Mustafa Al Ali. Thank you so much for agreeing to share your journey with us.
Thank you, brother. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Thank you for
And
having
Mustafa, your recitation of the Holy Quran has really touched my heart and touched so many other people's hearts and in different centers. So thank you so much for your beautiful recitations as always, and may Allah Subhanahu wa Taala give you tawfiq to improve and just touch a lot more people's hearts with your recitation, inshallah.
mashallah.
And I'm really excited to hear your recitation again today. But before that, we'll just go into your journey and your story about the Quran. Where did it all start for you with the Holy Quran?
So I was just a little life story. I was born in the Netherlands.
Okay.
Grew up around 8. I went to Iraq when I was 8 years old. Went to live in Iraq after the fall of Saddam Hussein's regime. From there, in Iraq, at every Salah or in Ramadan, they always used to play Quran for Abdul Basit Manshawi sometimes. And since then, I really fell in love with it. I tried my best looking for Quran circles, Quran lessons to try and become like them, to stand in front of people, become famous like them. But unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to do that because I couldn't find any at that time, at least in my city. Because I remember there used to be some in Karbala and Najaf, but giving my young age and the security in the country back then, I couldn't really go there and start. So 4 years later, I became 12. We came to England, London.
Okay.
I first started with a small Quran jalsa with Aban Hakim. I'm pretty sure many people know him.
Yeah.
It was just a Quran circle for Ahkam Tajweed, and that's pretty much it, and a bit of memorization.
Okay.
4 weeks into that, the jalsa just shut down. So what happened afterwards, I joined the Mawkib with Iraqi brothers called Mawkib Ansar al-Hussein.
Yeah.
The president of the Mawkib discovered my talent. He said, recite for us a bit. So I did recite, whatever I could from Qasar al-Suwar. Then one of my friends heard me and he suggested to me to go to someone called Sayyid Jalal Ma'soumi. Yeah, he said, this guy really recites like Mahmoud al-Shahat, because at that time I used to play videos of Mahmoud al-Shahat a lot. So I used to tell him I really like this guy. He said, yeah, there's a guy that recites exactly like him. So come and join us, because I've just joined myself. So yeah. So when I first went, I didn't believe my ears. This guy reciting like that in front of me. So that's what really pushed me. And knowing that there's now a stable jalsa that goes on every week, I just continued with him since then. And since then, I just improved day by day, practicing every single day, asking questions. I also joined another jalsa with someone called Mehdi Rahimi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with him.
Agha Rahimi, we call him.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't know where he is at the moment.
Yeah.
He disappeared. But yeah, he really, he's really good. He really taught me a lot in terms of the technical side of recitation.
He actually used to come a lot to Stanmore. He would have weekly classes in Stanmore for a good few years.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened, to be honest. Yeah, but those two people, I'd say, are really what.
Agha Rahim actually recited on Quran on my wedding. A beautiful reciter, amazing reciter. Okay, so before we go further on, what we'll do is just, if you don't mind, recite for us a few verses from the Holy Quran, Really looking forward to this, and then inshallah we can carry the conversation forward.
Inshallah.
Which verses will you be reciting?
Inshallah, from Surah Al-Nazi'at, Surah number, I think it's 79, from ayah 15 till ayah 33.
Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هل أتاك حديث موسى إذ ناداه ربه بالوادي المقدس طوى.
الله.
هل أتاك حديث موسى إذ ناداه ربه بالوادي المقدس طوى. اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى. اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى فقل هل لك إلى أن تزكى وأهديك إلى ربك فتخشى.
الله الله.
فأراه الآية الكبرى فكذب وعصى ثم أدبر يسعى فحشر فنادى فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى.
الله. أحسنت.
فأخذه الله نكال الآخرة والأولى. إن في ذلك لعبرة لمن يخشى. أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها.
الله. أحسنت.
رفع سمكها فسواها وأغطش ليلها وأخرج ضحاها. وأغطش ليلها وأخرج ضحاها والأرض بعد ذلك دحاها أخرج منها ماءها ومرعاها والجبال أرساها.
الله.
والجبال أرساها متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. أحسنت. Thank you so much. That was really, really beautiful. طيب الله أنفاسكم. أحسنت. It's been a long time since I've heard your recitation, so thank you so much for that. Again, so you this type of recitation is obviously the mujawwad recitation, the slower recitation.
Yeah.
And was there a particular reason why I mainly heard you recite mujawwad. Is there a particular reason why you mainly recite mujawwad, or you recite both?
No, I recite both tartil and tajweed.
Okay.
So mujawwad is when you get invited to ceremony openings.
Yes.
Tartil is really mostly in Ramadan.
Yeah.
Sometimes people request, in for example, when someone for the marhumin during the Arba'ini, 40 days, they usually recite Surah Yasin Tartil. Yeah, but really mostly people ask for tajweed.
Yeah. This particular passage, what maqamat did you recite in?
So obviously, mostly, I'd say 99% of recitations for tajweed recite with something called istihlal al-bayat.
Okay.
Mustahal. So mustahal means getting ready. So it's the start, the beginning of bayat.
Yeah.
And you start building on it. So that's called bayat. And then after that, I went to bayat shur. At وأهديك إلى ربك فتخشى.
Yeah.
And then after that, فأراه الآية الكبرى, I started jawab, rest, مقام الرست. And continued that until أم السماء بناها. رفع سمكها فسواها. I went back to bayat.
Okay.
Done jawab bayat and finished in bayat. So 2 maqams in total.
Ahsan. Now, obviously, this is a journey for you, right? Like for you to be able to be comfortable to firstly recite in a particular maqam and then go from one maqam to another. How was this journey like, and how did you get so comfortable with it?
Well, to be honest, it's not an easy journey. It's something you have to really work hard in. It's something you have to do every day for hours and hours, listening. When you walk, you listen. Whenever you have free time, you listen. And not just listening, you have to imitate the qari as well, the qari that's appealing to you.
Yeah.
And then you go to a jalsa to recite in front of your teacher. And he has to tell you, this maqam is correct. Or you have to ask him, I've recited this, what maqam is this? Or I want to move to the next maqam, for example, from ras to siga.
Yes.
You have to give me the key for it, please. You have to record yourself and then go and compare, for example, the maqam siga recite with shahat or manshawi. And that's how it is.
So the important thing is rather than trying to cram or say, okay, Surah Nazi'at, I'm listening to Shahat and this is how I recite it. The important thing is just to find keys for each maqam, and then that way you'll be able to apply it anywhere in the Quran.
Yeah, but you still have to, when you listen to the recitation, let's say, for example, you listen to Mahmoud al-Shahat, Surah مثلا Al Imran.
Yes.
You try to figure out, all right, this is Bayat Nawa, this is Rast, this is Sega.
Yeah.
And that's how you really learn. And then you have to learn, okay, what are you doing now? Qarar or Jawab? Or Jawab and Jawab. Now, and then afterwards, you have because sometimes they mix Bayat. For example, they do Sega with Kurd, for example.
Yes.
Or about Ajam. You have to learn that as well.
Yeah.
That only comes with, if you have a teacher and you're persistent with your listening and imitation.
Okay, so 3 main things. One is have a teacher. that
Yeah.
that you can that will give you feedback. Second thing is listening all the time, and also imitating and
Yeah,
practice.
there's no use just listening and
Yeah,
leave everything behind.
because then your vocal cords need to get used to reciting particularly.
Yeah.
Ahsan, thank you so much for your time, Mustafa. And I've learned a lot, and I'm sure the viewers have learned a lot as well. So inshallah, we can all follow in your footsteps and get this relationship with the Quran to where it should be. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.